Hello, I am here with your Monday, March 29th tarot. I am using the Angel Tarot. I have done a pre-shuffle and now we ask for our messages for Monday, March 29th, 2021. So here we are, guys. We're another month down. March is pretty much over already. I don't know about you guys, but it felt like it flew by for me. Lots going on, even though nothing's going on. All at the same time, it feels. I'm not going to take all of those. There's a lot of cards in there. If you guys are feeling a little bit emotional and you're not sure why, blame it on the full moon that happened on Sunday. It is a super new moon, and it was supercharged by it being a super or new moon, full moon. It's supercharged, and full moons are always very emotional, or at least are said to bring emotions to the surface a lot faster. And we are going to be feeling the energies for this for another day or two. So if you didn't get to do any of your rituals, particularly if it involves releasing or letting go or doing cleansing, whether it was emotional cleansing or physical spring cleaning, you still have a few days to kind of cash in on that extra energy that we had from the full moon. So get those done if you can. One of the number one suggested things to do was to write those letters of forgiveness, not only for other people, but for yourself as well. And feel free to burn those if you can do so safely. If not, put a little bit of intention behind this next action I'm about to describe. Put a little bit of intention into the papers, whether you printed it or hand wrote the letters. Give it a little intention and then rip it with authority. The energy that you are putting into the action of ripping papers, when you are doing releasing, if you're not able to burn them, whether it be your living arrangements or it's just not great weather, which right now I'm wearing a bit of a tropical top with tropical makeup because I don't know when we are going to be seeing tropical weather where I live because it is currently snowing. Yeah. Northern Ontario girl, should be used to this in March, but by the end of March, I'm not sorry to see the snow go and to stay gone. However, when I was shoveling my driveway earlier this week, because we did get that much snow already this week, one of my neighbors passing by commented about, "Yay, isn't this fun?" And also made a very noteworthy comment about, yeah, we should be good to put those shovels away at May long weekend because it almost always snows May long weekend. All right, I'm going to have to cut these cards. They're not wanting to give a message, and I am not going to wait and take up a ton of time. So we have the Knight of Pentacles that came out. So with this card, it's earth energy. It's very slow moving. Now the Knight of Pentacles, he is committed to whatever it is he is working on, and he is working on it hard. He's the only knight who ends up being promoted to king, and that is kind of a reward for his loyalty and his diligent hard work. So, as you maybe just saw, because the cards were not popping out, this deck doesn't have a lot to say, I guess, for Monday. I cut the cards into 3 piles using your left hand. That is important because your left hand is how you receive messages through. You cut it into 3 piles. They don't have to be even. And then you put the piles back and you take off the bottom of the deck And up next, we have the Queen of Swords, air energy. The Queen of Swords has a sharp, razor sharp wit and equal sharp tongue. She ushers in new ideas. She gives you the confidence. It's feminine energy. Sorry, it sounded like there was a skidoo going down my street, but I guess it's a poorly constructed scooter. I don't know. My hometown, you used to be allowed to ride your skidoos on the street. But now that I live in the city, that is not something that is acceptable. That's why I was questioning. It's like there isn't that much snow out there right now for a skidoo to be on the street. Anyway, Queen of Swords, she can gift you the truth, even though it might be a hard truth to hear. It could be a little harsh because with the Queen of Swords, she doesn't take your emotions into consideration. Next up, we have the Major Arcana card of Temperance. Temperance talks about patience and balance, and this full moon in Libra does want us to have balance or to bring in a better balance in our lives. But Temperance often gets the bad reputation of just needing to be patient. So off the very bottom of the deck, we have the Devil energy and the Knight of Wands. Now, the Devil energy people think would be a fire energy, but it is actually an earth sign. Major Arcana card of Capricorn. There's the Devil card. Now this tarot deck, you might be seeing these names. Those are names of angels, archangels. There's a lot to this deck, as it does go into detail and talk about each one and what they represent. I don't expect to be having all of the 72 cards memorized anytime soon. But the Devil card, it's very hardworking, goes very well with the Knight of Pentacles actually. And the Devil, despite its, again, bad reputation, really talks about the drive and the passion, which the Knight of Pentacles doesn't show it, but he does drive forward because he works so hard to achieve his goals. On the very bottom here, it's got a couple little, very short sentences. And the last one is teaches the occult and magic. Yeah, it goes well for the tarot cards. But the Devil, this is what's playing out. This is what's bubbling up from the very bottom of the deck, the background influence, bubbling up and driving the rest of this reading. And because it is Major Arcana, it does get a little bit more importance in the reading. But the Devil can talk about negative thinking, negative patterns, negative behavior such as addiction. But in this case, I don't feel it. Again, we had the Devil twice last week, including last Monday. And this is really just drive because we're in the sign of Aries, and Aries is a go-getter. So I do really feel that this Devil card is talking about drive. And we also have more fire energy with the Knight of Wands. He's a bit of a troublemaker. He likes to go in and stir things up. He's the one who starts the fight and doesn't usually stick around to finish it. But this just gives us that extra little kick in the pants that we need to keep driving forward towards reaching our goals. Keep working on that, keep that hard work up in regards to that goal that you are working on. Really think of those new ideas on how to get there and how to promote whatever it is that you are wanting to bring in, and exercise a little patience and a little bit of balance. You do need to have some play. You can't be all work all the time. And hopefully you do have a job that it feels like play. And I am going to leave it here for your Monday, March 29th tarot. And I will talk to you tomorrow.